What's up? Welcome to the channel. It is that time of year again. The time of year where we get to spend an insane amount of money on the people that we love, including boaters, who are notoriously difficult people to shop for, which is why we're making a boating gift guide video. This is going to be the SureHold Ultimate Holiday Gift Guide. Huzzah! Today we are doing a gift guide for boaters, people who like boats, tools, things like that. Not just specifically boaters, more like people like me who also like to work on their boats and stuff like that, because there are boaters out there that don't like to work on their boats. Totally fine. Not me though. And this list is for people like me, maybe like us. I don't know. I also did this list in an ascending scale of price, so that way any gift on this list a boater would love to get, or somebody who likes to work on boats would love to get. But it's you know, at every different price point, so that way you know, everybody can play. Oh, sorry, one more thing that I wanted to tell you was that this video is not sponsored by any of these products or anything like that. Only one of them is actually through Amazon because I couldn't find it anywhere else, but I have no Amazon affiliate links or anything. It's all linked below, but there's no kickbacks or this is just my list of things that I think would make really good gifts for anybody, you know, sort of in our space and doing the kinds of things that we do. So let's start with number one in the sub $15 range. Let me pull from my handy dandy little stocking space over there. The Wipeout Eraser. This is actually out of stock on their website, but I found another site where they sell them and they are in stock. The Wipeout Eraser is essentially, here, you know what? Let's just open it up and take a look at it. We will, where's my little, my Christmas blade. Which by the way, this is not officially a part of the list, but any Spyderco knife, excellent Christmas gift, however very expensive. So, you know, go with caution. But their Salt series, fantastic, which is not what that is. Anywho, I'm a knife fan. I love knives. This is essentially like a super industrial version of those like magic eraser, the Mr. Clean magic eraser things. But if anyone has ever used those, I have, on a boat or anything else, they work really well, but they fall apart if you put some real force into them or take them up against some non-skid or stuff like that. These Wipeout erasers are similar, but they're much more beefed up. They're thick, they're heavy, and they come with a handy dandy little handle, so you can scrub into it and really lean into, you know, some of those hard to clean spaces. Good for you know, seats. Good for fiberglass. Good for, you know, dash. Good all around, and they are, you know, you'll burn through them. They're reusable, and just a fantastic little gift for there. But we can't stay there. Moving on to number two. It's kind of a goofy one. It's a little silly, and I actually didn't pick this out. My wife got it for me. And I thought it was so great that I had to share it with you guys. This is coming in the sub $20 bracket. This is the little MagSnap magnetic wristband to hold like washers and screws and things like that. It looks a little silly. It sounds a little goofy. But if you're underneath a boat, like we're about to put on the trim tabs and stuff like that, and I gotta hold the screws somewhere, usually in the shop, I have a little work tray that I can roll around and stuff like that. But if I'm underneath the boat on my back and stuff like that, having it right there at the ready is pretty good. But I'll show you how it works, because that's actually the fun of this thing is that I am a kid of the 90s, and any other 90s kids will remember snap bracelets. Come on, dude. What? Come on. A snap bracelet that's also a tool? The only thing that you could make that would make this better is if it was Ninja Turtles. Like that would be the coolest thing on the planet. So yeah, this pretty good get for 19 bucks. Or Power Rangers. Let me know where your favorite Power Ranger is down below. Only the original cast, none of that new stuff. In the sub $40 range, this is actually one of my favorites on this list, is the DeWalt 120-bit set. As we all know, I have many yellow tools behind me. It's not about the yellowness of this box. It's more about the fact that this has an assortment of long Phillips head #2 bits. So we've got this sort of mid-range long bit in the kit, and we've got this super long, these two super long number 2 bits. These were the entire reason why I wanted to buy this whole thing in the first place. They are impact rated, they're very long, and so when you're getting down around, you know, like the flanges for the T-top and for, you know, we're changing out the seats and stuff like that, trying to get an impact driver or a drill or something like that in there can be tricky because you're going around like, you know, holes that have cylinders. These bits make it so much easier. These are fantastic. Absolutely worth every penny. There's also a bunch of other bits in here that are great. I don't care about them. Those are the ones I want. Now, we're getting into some serious stuff. This next one is actually, so there's 3 products, I'm counting this as one. There's 3 separate products in this, but it's because it's a system, and it is the SureHold, the new SureHold. Ooh, it's like a lightsaber. That's the fun thing about this too, it's like a lightsaber, I mean, come on. The SureHold Wave Mop XL and the Wave Mop. So Wave Mop XL. The only difference between these is the amount of material that's in the XL. It's a little bit bigger. It holds more soap for a bigger boat. That's all you need to know. This is, it's a system. They have brushes, boat hooks, all sorts of different stuff that you can attach to it. It's a little, this little pin that clicks, you know, and it telescopes out. They have all kinds of cool things that you can stick on there. But these mops, and why I'm picking the mops specifically, is these mops are brand new. They used to make a mop called the Water Sprite mop. A lot of people have used it. It's very popular, but the material that's like the labs where they were, you know, manufacturing the material and stuff like that, those chemicals and that stuff, they're no longer available. You can't make that material anymore. So this material, SureHold actually engineered to hold more water and be just as good, if not a little bit better, than that old material. Another good thing about these mops is they don't stick to the deck if you're trying to, there's not a lot of effort you have to do they'll glide over different surfaces very easily, which is why a lot of people love these mops, and they hold a lot of water. So the handle, let me check my notes here, is in the sub $40 range. The Wave Mop is in the sub $50 range. And then the Wave Mop XL is in the sub $70 range. So each one of them are individuals. If somebody you know already has one of these, then go ahead and go for the mop. If you are going to get somebody one of these mops and they don't have a handle, maybe like get them a handle too, because nobody just wants to like just get a mop for Christmas. That, you know, without a handle, that would be a little silly. Now we come into a pretty cool tool. We're jumping over the $100 range because one, I couldn't really find anything that I liked that was right around $100. This one is in the sub 150 range. This is less than $150 right here. This is the SternMaster lower unit holder. This is a very cool tool that has a very specific purpose. It looks simple, but what it is this goes into your standard truck hitch, a standard, you know, 2-inch hitch. What it is you stick the lower unit, it's a cradle that holds the lower unit while you're changing the impeller and working on it and stuff like that. You have to do that every year, change the impeller. So at least once a year you'll be doing this and pulling this out. You might pull it out and use it for more if you need to work on the prop, change props, anything like that. But if you're taking the lower unit off of an outboard or an IO, then it's very finicky to lay it up on the ground, put some blocks around it, and hold it in there when you're trying to work on it because you're applying force up on it, and it also doesn't want to sit flat. This takes care of that by nesting that in there. You tighten these down, it holds it all in place right on the back of a truck, right outside while you're using it. Super easy, super convenient, and fairly affordable for the kind of job that it does. Heavy gauge metal. This is a super cool get at the less than 150 range, and one of the coolest tools on this list. For our last one, we have in the sub $200 range, the SureHold Ultimate One Bucket System. We actually did an unboxing of this, and we're going to be doing some reviews of the products inside, but this, in terms of an all-complete kit, is a great kit. It's our second offering from SureHold. As we're seeing, I'm a pretty big SureHold fan, but this has some pretty cool stuff. One is actually the lid right here. This is a seat. There's nice little foam. It's not really neoprene. It's like a nice thick foam that's nested in here. It's pretty cool. And if we open it up, pull these guys out, we have an assortment of all kinds of different cleaning products. We've got Buff Compound in here. We've got the Series Multi-Purpose Spray. We've got some Pro Polish, Bright Wash, Serious Shine. This is essentially a kit to clean every part of a boat. For an all-in-one solution is just cannot be beat. There's also, what else we got here? We got the little bucket grid. It's got an integrated mixer in there, so you pour your soap in this, you put this down in the bucket, you pour your soap in there, and it automatically measures out the right amount of soap by just filling that up, and then you fill it up with water, and you're good to go. There's also, one of my favorite features about these kits are this little bucket foot, because, you know, it won't move, and I like that. It is a phenomenal gift, and it comes with the thickest rope that they have on any of the buckets, which I really like. Anybody who was getting that, who's a boater, for Christmas would absolutely love it. That's about it. That's all I can come up with. Let me know what's in your gift guide, anything I missed, or anything like that. If you can find a Ninja Turtles one of these, you find that and you send that to me. I'll buy it. I will get that, or a Power Rangers one. So look out for that. But yeah, there you go. The SureHold Ultimate Gift Guide 2023. Done. See you next week.